Hi guys! So in my last video where I was explaining in depth my experiences about anxiety, panic attacks, depression, all that, I had mentioned that I wanted to make a video sharing with you guys what I have found has helped me tremendously in getting my life back. If you haven't watched that video, I'll be sure to leave it in the description box down below. I had mentioned in that video that I wanted to start steering away as much as possible from prescription medications and find more natural ways to help alleviate my symptoms and to, of course, get me back on track. And I ended up finding something that has been my key component in getting my life back, which I will show you guys now. In my last video, I had mentioned that I had been prescribed by my doctor Xanax, hydroxyzine, and Prozac, and I had told him I wanted to find a more natural way to see if I can, alleviate my symptoms. So the key supplement that I found helps me tremendously in all of my symptoms is something called L-Theanine, and this is by Source Naturals. Sorry, the light's kind of washing it out because it's white. But this one is in 200 milligram capsules. This one has 60 capsules. It also comes in 30. But this has been just a turning point for me. This was the key element that I needed to start feeling better. So this is an amino acid that is found in green tea. Green tea has a very small fraction of L-theanine, and to combat anxiety and panic attacks and such, you'll need a much higher dose. I just want to also throw in really quick, of course, as you guys probably know, I'm not a doctor. This is just my personal experience. Anytime you're taking new supplements or anything like that, it is best to consult a doctor, which I didn't, but I would definitely suggest consulting a doctor before you start taking anything, especially if you're taking other prescription medicine as well. I have been taking this for about a month, and right away, the first time I took it, I noticed a substantial change in just how I felt. This works, I'd say, within, for me, 20-25 minutes or so, so it works pretty quick. It's, you don't have to wait forever for it to kick in. So I take 200 milligrams in the morning and 200 milligrams at night. I find that it works best on an empty stomach, so I just make sure I take that if I haven't eaten just yet, before breakfast or before dinner or such. I feel like I can stay more focused on my daily tasks, on work. I feel more calm. It also helps with sleeping, so it's not a sedating kind of feeling. So keep that in mind. It helps you sleep because it calms you down, but it doesn't knock you out, which is good as well, because when you're taking all those other prescription medications that, like Xanax, that will make you really, really tired, of course you want to be getting on with your day to do other things instead of, going to sleep or be walking around like a zombie, exhausted. In my last video, I had mentioned that I used to get a lot of panic attacks. Since I've been taking L-theanine, I have not had not one panic attack. Not one. I'm serious. Like, it's crazy because I was so used to always having panic attacks all the time, and I haven't had one. It's awesome. This seriously has helped me so much. Now, when I go to the store, or I have also put myself in situations where there's a lot of people around me, I can actually now go to Walmart and not freak out. I have gone to a kind of a concert where there have been a lot of people. Literally, there was 8,000 people there, and I was not freaking out. I was sitting there thinking, this is weird, because I'm so used to just just freaking out when I'm around a lot of people, and it wasn't happening. I was able to actually enjoy myself, and I was just so excited about that. It makes me feel like I have an overall sense of just well-being coming over me. I'm not nitpicky like I used to be. I'm not uptight. I'm not angry all the time. I'm able to enjoy myself. I'm able to play piano and, of course, get enjoyment out of that. And I'm gonna start painting soon. I feel like I have woken up from a horrible dream. It's just a great feeling after you felt bad for so long. You're just freaking out because you're not used to feeling so good. It's awesome. Seriously, I would definitely recommend if you have panic attacks, anxiety, depression, if you just even need help focusing on something, or let's say you're, really nervous before doing, some kind of task or something for school, I would definitely take one and you'll be good. It also helps with the way I react. So if something negative happens, so for example, let's say I get a flat tire, before I would be freaking out. I would be just a mess, probably have a panic attack, just freaking out. Now, things like that happen and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I can handle it. It's not a kind of end of the world feeling, like an overwhelming feeling. It's something that I can sit and think, okay, well, that's okay. Let's see what we could do to fix the problem or move forward. My thinking just feels so clear compared to how it was before. Before, I had been bombarded literally 24/7 with excessive overthinking, racing thoughts, just making myself feel bad all day. And it wasn't, of course, intentionally. It's just something that I felt like I couldn't control. And now I feel I have control over my emotions. I feel more happy. I feel like before I was constantly thinking about anxiety. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling bad, feeling bad, feeling bad. Now I'm not even thinking about any of that. I'm just thinking, what am I gonna do today? What am I gonna, start working on today? Just focusing on things that do matter and focusing on bettering my relationship, my, spending time with my family, and just getting ready to go back to school. It's just like all these doors have opened for me, and I've been weighed down so much by what I was feeling before that has been restricting me from moving forward. I do know everybody reacts differently to different things. I have seen a lot of testimonies regarding L-Theanine that have worked for a lot of people, and I think it's just very, very underrated for some reason. But I would definitely give it a try and see if it works for you. If you are, going through the depression, anxiety, panic attacks, all that I was mentioning in my last video, if you are experiencing any of that, I would seriously give L-Theanine a try. When I first started taking L-Theanine, I was thinking, okay, well, this is just another thing that I'm going to try. It's going to be, whatever. It's probably not going to work. I didn't get my hopes up at all because of everything I had tried before was, not helping me, and I was thinking, okay, well, what is a supplement gonna do? This little supplement, it seriously, it helps. I have not taken more than 600 milligrams a day, so there was one time where I took 200 milligrams, and then I think about 2 hours after I took another 200 milligrams. I was just in a really stressful situation, but I still didn't get a panic attack. I was in a stressful situation, but this helped a lot. I did get a little sleepy when I took the 400 milligrams within a 2-hour time frame, so just keep that in mind, that the more you take in a short amount of time, that's probably going to increase your chances at getting a little sleepy from it, from my experience. Of course, I still have my bad days from time to time, but they are definitely nowhere near my bad days when I wasn't taking this. My bad days that I have now are the same equivalence as far as how I'm feeling. It's the same equivalence as my good days used to be, if that makes sense. So when I actually have my bad days now, it's a piece of cake. It's a walk in the park. It's easy to deal with because I've already dealt with a higher level of just awfulness that now it's nothing compared to what I was feeling before. Nothing at all. I bought mine from my local indoor farmers market, and you can also find this on Amazon. It's really easy to find, and mine cost for the 30 milligram, or I'm sorry, the 30 tablet bottle. This one was about $15, and then this one has the 60, and this one was about $30. Before taking L-Theanine, if you are taking any kind of prescription medication for high blood pressure, I would highly suggest definitely make an appointment with your doctor. My mom actually has high blood pressure, and she hasn't taken it yet because, I'm afraid that she's gonna be getting her blood pressure too low, because L-Theanine does lower your blood pressure, so it's also been used to help that. I have not seen any kind of negative side effects at all from taking this, and I know I had to mention before that was a big thing for me because a lot of the other prescription medications that are prescribed by your doctor, they have a lot of side effects, which I of course experienced as well when taking those, so that is a big plus for me. L-Theanine has also been shown to help people who have ADHD, schizophrenia, Alzheimer's. Also, it has been used to help boost cancer treating medication. Of course, I don't have any of those other conditions, so I can't speak on behalf of those, but that's just something to keep in mind that, people have started to use L-Theanine to try to help with those other conditions as well. So since I've been taking this for only about a month, I will of course be making more periodic videos later, just updating you guys on the status and how, or if it's still working for me. But I seriously think that this is it. This is what I've been looking for. I've read a lot where people have been using this for years and it still works, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that, just to let you know how it's working, just short little updates, just so you guys can get a feel of that. But I would highly suggest if you could go out and buy some of this so that you can see if it gives you any relief as much as it has me. Seriously, this is not an over dramatization. This is awesome. This has helped me get my life back to a point where I'm able to start planning again for my future. I'm very motivated and excited to finish the plans that I set for myself before any of this happened, before I was getting panic attacks, before I was getting anxiety, before I was, feeling all the depression. I feel now I can go out and do what I need to do, and I could do it while enjoying myself. So I'm just overjoyed by how much this has helped me, and I really hope this helps, people out there. This has made such a dramatic change in my life in such a short amount of time that I couldn't wait to start making a video as soon as I could to share it with other people to, maybe help you guys get back on track as well. I also want to go over other things that I do on a daily basis as well that I feel help contribute to the L-Theanine as well. First, before I started taking the L-Theanine, I was thinking, okay, maybe I have a vitamin deficiency, and that could also be a possibility for a lot of people as well, where they're lacking in a certain vitamin, so that causes the symptoms of anxiety and such. So what I started taking, and I actually continue taking because vitamins are good for you, I take calcium citrate. The one I have comes in 250 milligram capsules. I take 3 of these a day, so that's a total of 750 a day. Now, I also take, where is it? Oh, I'll be back. So, along with the calcium citrate, you'll want to make sure it's calcium citrate, because I know they have different variations of calcium or any vitamin in general. I take also magnesium glycinate, and this comes in 400 milligram capsules. I take 1 of these a day. So with the calcium and the magnesium, these kind of offset each other, so you'll want to make sure to take the calcium a separate part of the day than the magnesium there. And I have my regimen set up where my ratio is 2 to 1. So, because the calcium will also start depleting the magnesium in your body. Take magnesium at night, and then I take the calcium during the morning or daytime. Along with the calcium, I take my other vitamins as well. I take omega-3 fish oil. This also is said to help with anxiety. This has 300 milligrams of EPA and 200 milligrams of DHA. The EPA in the omega-3 is what helps with your mood. And I take, it's just a 1,000 milligram in total capsule. I take that once a day. I also take vitamin D3. This comes in 5,000 IU capsules. I take half of that, so I break it in half to 2,500 a day. Vitamins come in different forms, so you'll want to make sure if you do decide to start taking vitamins, again, I would definitely contact your doctor before starting yourself on any new vitamin regimen, just in case, you know, you want to make sure everything is a go and everything is okay first. When I started taking these vitamins, I did notice a boost in my energy, which also helped because, of course, anxiety and depression, they can lead to you just being extremely tired all the time. So that this all did definitely help in that aspect, and that's why I still continue taking all the vitamins, even though I'm taking the L-Theanine. I honestly think they work really good hand in hand together, so I would give that a try. The second thing that I started doing was eating healthy. Before, I had mentioned I would binge on a bunch of food, and of course, as you guys would guess, that was not healthy food. Chips, Hot Pockets, pizza, anything you could think of, I was eating it. I love junk food, but I was ready to make a change for the better, so I was saying no, no mas. I just want to go over some foods that will help you guys start getting on track to a healthier lifestyle, which when you're eating healthy, you feel better, and overall what you're putting in your body also affects how you're feeling and how you're reacting with anxiety and depression. So I will get into that now. So instead of just going to Walmart and buying whatever I see to eat, I am starting to go more to my local farmers markets to get more healthier and organic food. A thing I look for is gluten-free. So I would try to get anything that's gluten-free, organic, antioxidants. Some antioxidants are carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, what else? I have it written down here so I don't forget. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, strawberries, kale, squash. I don't like squash, but squash. Also, foods that have tryptophan also help with your mood. So that's turkey, nuts, seeds, beans, eggs. So like sunflower seeds are good, chia seeds are good. Look out for whole grain as well, whole grain with all those delicious seeds and such to help you there. Those are good as well. So of course, foods to stay away from are processed foods, processed, refined sugars, soda, caffeine, including coffee. That will spark your anxiety to, of course, go up, so stay away from that. Alcohol is a depressant, so that will also contribute to you feeling bad. I try to stay away from as much as possible high sodium, so just make sure to keep a conscious eye of how much is in the foods you're eating. Another change that I implemented regarding my diet is I now eat smaller but more frequent meals, so that way my sugars don't get too low, because when your sugars start getting low, you start feeling more anxious, and so that helps to keep that at bay as well. So with me eating healthy now, I know I had mentioned in my last video as well that I had gained a lot of weight. Since I've been taking the L-Theanine, the vitamins, and eating healthy, I have literally lost about 20 pounds in a month. And when I say that as well, I've gotten to a weight where I should be, where I feel healthy. Before, where I was overeating and, binging when I wasn't feeling nauseous, I did not feel healthy at all, and that just caused me to feel worse about myself. My self-esteem, was, of course, depleting lower and lower because I just didn't like how I felt, how I looked. Now, I feel overall good. I feel like I have energy to do things. So as far as what I'm consuming daily with the L-Theanine, eating healthy, and the vitamins, those three elements in themselves work really good together to fight anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Taking up yoga as well. I like to you can just YouTube yoga, short yoga videos, and just follow it, early in the morning when you wake up. That's always nice and relaxing. Or meditate. You can look up meditation videos. I like to listen to those as well with calming music. I look up calming music a lot if I'm just in the shower or I'm cleaning. I like to put on some calming music just to relax. I would also consider maybe thinking about setting up an exercise regimen for yourself, because of course exercise has always been known to help and alleviate anxiety and depression, so give that a try. Another tip that I used to use when I would get anxiety attacks, this would sometimes work for me. I would just try these different techniques, and while I'm having a panic attack, these would help to alleviate here. So what I would do is I would turn the faucet on, and I would put really warm water. Make sure it's not scorching where you're putting yourself in any additional pain or discomfort, but just warm water where it feels nice on your hands, and just run your hands under the water and focus on the feeling of the water on your hands. So just feel the temperature, the warm water, and I found that has a relaxing effect for me. Another kind of technique that I had learned, and it might sound a little odd because when I first heard about it, I was thinking, how on earth is that going to work? But this specifically was what I was using a couple of months ago, actually, when I was having a lot of the panic attacks, and it was helping. But what I would do is, in my head, I would try to egg on the symptoms. So in other words, if I was shaking, I'm thinking in my head, all right, come on, shake more, shake more, shake more. If I'm crying, cry harder, cry harder. Come on, let's go, keep it going, keep it coming. You embrace the symptoms, and for some reason, it would help me stop some of my panic attacks. I know it's an odd thing to hear about, but in a sense, it kind of makes sense, because when you're having a panic attack, you're trying your best so much, thinking about, I need to stop, this needs to stop, I'm freaking out, what's going on? You're just completely everywhere. But if you try to embrace your symptoms instead, for me, they started to subside. So I would definitely give that a try. It was something that really did help me as well. I would always, and I still do this as well, but I'm just naturally always want to be doing something. That's just me, but always try to keep yourself busy, because when you have anxiety or depression and you're just laying there all day or staring at the ceiling or just sitting there contemplating everything, that's going to drive you crazy. So if you find that you're zoning out, because I would zone out so much and start thinking about other things. If you find yourself zoning out right away, snap yourself out of it. I would tell myself, stop it. Okay, you have to snap out of it, because it's just gonna, cause you to be overthinking, which I had a huge problem with. Overthinking was a big thing for me. And keeping yourself busy, even if it's having music in the background or your TV on in the background when you're by yourself and you're not around people to help you distract yourself, have something going on all the time while you're cleaning or while you're studying or doing something, just so you can have just that sense of busyness, so your mind is easily distracted with other things. And I know it's hard to stick to exercising every day, eating healthy every day, taking vitamins every day, especially if you're feeling depressed or have anxiety. You're not going to be motivated to do anything. But I guarantee you, if you at least try some of these methods or, supplements, or if you try all of it, you're at least gonna start bettering yourself, and it's gonna be for the best. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, any kind of medical specialist. I'm going to school for business and accounting, so not even close. But this is what I found has helped me get my life back. I was determined, because I got to a point where I just got so sick of feeling bad. I was determined to try to find something natural, and I'm so glad that I stuck to it and did not give up on looking further, because this has helped me so much, and hopefully by me sharing this with you guys, this can also help somebody else. If you guys have any questions at all, or just need somebody to talk to share your experiences, feel free to share. I'm always here, and I just want to help people. That's my main goal. I want to share what has helped me get out of this awful rut. It's truly just a pain. Like, I can't express into words how just awful it is to feel like I was feeling before. And I'm sure a lot of people, or maybe you watching this now, understand that. And if you are somebody who doesn't experience anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and you know a loved one or have a loved one that is going through this, maybe suggest some of these techniques or some of these options to them, because it can definitely help somebody from being down in a slum to getting their life back and living normally again, which I have, successfully done. And I will definitely, like I said, I will be continuing to keep you guys updated on the status and how I'm doing. It's just right now I am doing awesome, and I wanted to share that with you guys today. Well, thank you guys so much, as always, for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. We're on our way to fight anxiety. We're on our way to fight depression. We're on our way to also fight those panic attacks. Yeah, 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 'cause they really suck. Ooh, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Work. No. Stick to my day job.